Welcome back to episode 53 of Defeating Weekly. I'm your host, Craig Olson. Thank you for checking out this week's video. And if you've missed any previous episodes or just would like to revisit any of them, please check out the Spotify channel as well as or the YouTube channel. Just look up Defeating Weekly and you'll find them there. As always, if you have any comments, questions, thoughts, possible future topics, please reach out to me and share those. And I would love to connect and have some great discussion with you. This week's episode is on a topic that is very close to my heart for many reasons. And that's the idea of being a lifelong learner and why it's so important. So being a teacher and a parent of two young boys, learning is a huge part of my daily life. Whether it's teaching the middle schoolers about math and life, or our sons about the real world and skills to be successful, contributing members of society is always at the top of my mind. However, that is typically geared towards the young minds and not typically towards me as an adult. Over the past few years, though, through the pushing of my wife, Tasha, I've learned and realized that it's important in order for our boys and my students to see that there is value in learning regardless of what your age is, and that I personally must be demonstrating that it is valued beyond just school. Therefore, each of the past couple of years, both Tasha and myself have put an emphasis on learning within our yearly goals and making that a priority. A key piece of learning is also learning from our failures or mistakes. If we're never making mistakes, we're never truly actually pushing ourselves and truly learning new things. One of the new practices that Tasha has put into place with our boys for this year to demonstrate this is that each morning while they wait at the bus stop, they talk about several things from the previous days. They discuss such things as what did they learn new? What did they fail at? What did they enjoy? And how did they do something nice or for someone else? Not only does she have the boys answer these questions, but she does them as well. This modeling, in my opinion, may be the most valuable part of this for the boys. While at times it can be frustrating that they make up answers or the answers don't really correlate to the questions, maybe them not fully engaged, they're learning that Tasha and I value learning very much, and it will make a difference. Now, the National Library of Medicine shared in an article that the brain can create new brain cells and connections throughout life. So not just as we're growing up and start until we get into the workplace, throughout our entire lives. Therefore, we have the opportunity to continue to build and grow and keep us young in mind, so to speak, our entire lives. Now, me personally, I've had many people say, oh, I'm too old to keep learning, or I don't need to learn anymore. However, our brains are so powerful, and the knowledge we gain will only enhance our lives. Now, one of the coolest things that I've got to experience in my life is being able to sit down with someone who's lived longer than I. We kind of talk about them, the old timers. And I've been able to have discussions with them. And it's not only listening and just hearing them talk about those fascinating things and learning about that, but I have the ability to learn more through asking questions and furthering my knowledge on those topics that they're sharing. The best way to learn history is talk to someone that lived through it. I think it is fascinating. So some action steps you can use when trying to become a lifelong learner. Number one, find something that you want to learn about. Maybe it's within your field of work, or maybe something new, like new types of workouts or self-improvement, or maybe a new hobby you want to learn. Find something you're interested as a step one. Step two, you need to start actually researching that and finding ways that you can learn about this new topic. Just saying, oh, I'd like to learn about this doesn't change anything. You actually have to dive in fully and do it. It will require you to make some changes to your lifestyle in order to push your brain and grow it. And then number three, share your new learnings with someone else. As Tasha told my Avid students this past week, when she came in and got to present, she mentioned how she's never met anyone who doesn't like to share things about whatever they're passionate about. So Share it with someone. They love that opportunity to bounce ideas back and forth. So share those new learnings. I've got 2 quotes for you this week because I couldn't really decide between one or the other. So number 1, anyone who stops learning is old. At 20 or 80, anyone who keeps learning stays young. And that was by Henry Ford. And then number 2, commit yourself to lifelong learning. The most valuable asset you will ever have is your mind and what you put into it. And that was by Albert Einstein. So 2 fantastic historical figures talking about the importance of learning. I think we can learn something from that itself. I hope you guys have a great day and defeat the weak.